Hello, good afternoon, good evening, good morning. Hi, Sarah. I'm well, thank you. How are you? It's so nice to see you. Hi, Sandy. How are you? Oh, you're very sweet. Hi, Erica. Hi, Becca. I'm well, thank you. How are you? Melissa, hello. I love seeing you guys. Well, full moon. How's everybody feeling today? I have a frozen lip. I went to the dentist today just to repair a filling, and oh my goodness, my mouth is so frozen. Hi, Shell. So if I'm speaking a little bit off, that's probably why. Hi, Pauline. Good evening. Yes, I know. I've missed you too. Hi, Kat. Oh, thank you. I love wearing like red or burgundy, one of my favorite colors. Hi, Julie. Hi, Gina. I'm well, thank you. How are you? Hi, Brenda. How are you? I was kind of laughing at myself thinking about going to the dentist on a full moon. It's not like exactly the day that I'd want to go to the dentist, but I mean, it was all good. Hi, Jennifer. How are you? Hi, Monroe. How are you? Yeah, you don't like that numb feeling. I don't either. Like this whole, and hi, Gary. Um, Thank you, Jennifer. The needle today, it hurt. And I'm not usually sensitive to needles, but this was, ooh, it's like it hit the nerve. So yeah, my face is like kind of funny. But I did order food. I can't eat yet, but I'm so hungry. I ordered some Persian food for dinner, which I'm very excited about. Haven't had it in a while. And you guys know how much I love Persian food. Hi, Tia. Nice to join. I'm happy. Thank you. Thank you. The lipstick color, you know, it's so funny. I get so many compliments on this color. I was wearing this one yesterday on live as well. This is Wet n Wild 531C. It's called Breeze. So therefore it's $2 and I think 40 something cents, 2.49 maybe. Hi, Jill. How are you? Why can't you get procedures on a full moon? Well, it's not that you can't get a procedure on a full moon, but like full moons are energy that like, I don't know. Oh, Alyssa, I wish I were. I wish I were. I know. Alyssa, come show me pictures. Okay, I want to see pictures. I was telling my students I want to see pictures of. I used to go and chaperone prom and semi all the time, but I would love to see pictures. Hi, Nick. How are you? Thank you, Pauline. Yes, come show me pictures. I'd love to see. Can give me an update. Hi, Diana. How are you? Oh, thanks, Tia. So full moon energy, if somebody works, let's say in nursing or first responders, you know, hospitals in general, they always say full moons are like crazy, crazy nights. So I don't know about any of you, but hi, Richard. I just say, I don't know if I'd want to go to the dentist on a full moon, but I have a lovely dentist. And so everything went very smoothly. It was super quick. I was shocked, actually. I was in and out. Hi. Hi, Jasmine. Oh, I'm well, Diana. Thank you. You're so kind. You really are. Retail is crazy too, like out and about today, you mean? Yeah, yeah. Hi, Olga. How are you? Yeah, and police notice it too. Yes, for sure. For sure. Hi, Trish. How are you? I am looking forward to Christmas. Pauline, I love the holiday season. Like, that is something that is so important to me. There's something about the Christmas tree that just gives me so much joy. Just being able to sit in my living room with the lights dim, my Christmas tree glowing, it really gives me peace. You know, I don't know if anybody else is the same. You did your biopsy today, Raven? We send you so much love. Becca said, a quickie left me with a numb lip. Sure did. Sure did. You started to cry during your meditation? Oh, it's the emotions. It's the emotions. Thank you, Hassan. That's very nice of you. You love that too? Yeah, there's just something. Oh, you got a fresh tree. You know what's funny? I've never had a real Christmas tree. I've never had a real Christmas tree. Thank you, Richard. That's very kind of you. They don't call them lunatics for nothing. Well, there you go. La lune, right? The moon, right? Translation is almost like moonatic, if that makes even sense. But lunatic. Hi, Penny. But I would love to have a fresh tree one day. I think that'd be really nice. I really appreciate that, Olga. That's my goal with my content. I want people to feel understood. I want them to have a sense of hope, but also a sense of reality, right? Oh, you used to go and cut down your own tree on your farm? Your grandparents had a farm. That's lovely. Do I have steak on my Christmas list for tarot and karma? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, those two. Bonjour, Mathieu. Ça va bien? You always have a real tree, but not this year? Your internet's all sorted out? I'm so happy to hear that. Oh, thanks, Raven. That really makes me happy. Thank you, Brian. You have a real tree every year? That's amazing. I'm a Virgo. How about you? I was talking to a student today about something, and they were like, just asking me like a general question, kind of like a spiritual question. And then I was like, what zodiac sign are you? And they were like, Virgo. And I was like, I can totally tell. It's so funny sometimes how you can tell zodiac signs. Yeah, you're off Thursday and Friday. Amazing. You love Virgos and you're a Scorpio? Well, it's funny. I'm a Virgo and I love Scorpios, so totally get it. Totally get it. You're a Virgo too, Olga? Perfect. Oui, je parle français. Je suis prof de français. Mais je ne sais pas la langue quotidienne. C'est difficile pour moi. Virgo with a Capricorn moon. So lots of earth energy. Tarot and Karma have a second date night on Christmas. Oh, or on the... Listen, they got date nights every night, those two. Can two Cancers do well in love? Sure they can. It depends on your chart. It's not about your sun signs necessarily, right? Nick is a Virgo lover. Yeah, that is true. Everybody has their signs that they like. You know, oh my gosh, my face is so numb from the dentist. Holy. If you have your moon in Sag, does this full moon affect you? Yeah, it does. Of course it does. But it also depends on the degree that you have it. I teach French currently, but I also teach English, but it's been a few years. I teach French business. I know, Matt, if I had the day-to-day, it would be easier for me. I just don't have the day-to-day. Becca just said Virgos love Nick. They sure do. They sure do. Is a Gemini man okay with an Aries female? Yes, absolutely. Aries and Gemini, my parents, my dad was an Aries, my mom a Gemini. I've seen it firsthand. It's very much like a power couple kind of vibe. So then in that case, Jasmine, you would look at the degree of the moon in Sag to see how far or how close. Sag, Sun, Pisces, Rising, Capricorn, Moon. Very interesting, Trish. That's quite the combination of energies, actually, because that's got a lot of, like, emotion to it, but then also, well, sensitivity, emotion, and then some, like, you know, regimented energy as well. Drive safely, Sarah. Thanks for coming in. Yes, I'm Canadian. You're a Gemini? So, you know, it again, rising signs are probably more important than your sun sign, but Cancer and Sag, not necessarily an easy match, Jill, but again, it's the chart that matters most, right? Hi, Crystal Marie. Leo Moon, Cap Rising. Hi, Anne. Happy full moon. You're going to go hunting for the moon? Amazing. Nick loves Virgo friends too. And it's so funny because Becca and I are birthday twins, right? Hi, Poppy. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Welcome, Lilith. Thank you. Oui, je peux vous voir. Bonjour, Daniel. Hello. Oh, thank you, Brian. As a Virgo, what do I consider as my superpower? My ability to be mutable, meaning I'm flexible. Sorry, I don't know why I'm giggling. I'm flexible in the sense that like I can see things from different angles. Hello, Finland. I would love to visit Finland. I'm always so fascinated by Scandinavia. Welcome. Oh, you're in Paris. Amazing. Gemini Sun, Leo Rising, Aries Moon. Oh, thank you, Colleen. All right, so let's see. Let's take a look at the current energy. Tell me, everybody, what is your word of the day? What is your word of the day? You know what's interesting? I've had a headache for the last couple days. Hi, Laura. How are things in Melbourne? You're Virgo too? Nice. Determined? I'm adaptable, Nick. That's exactly it. I know. I know. I get put into different positions all the time. Yes. Yes. You feel uncertain, redirection, faith, rise, love. I affirm. Tapped out. Mm-hmm. Nervous. It'll be okay, Raven. It'll be okay. Kat, is your word of the day. Jeez. It's kind of funny you said that because I was thinking of my grandmother, and I talked about my grandmother today. My grandmother had the longest G's, like the longest G's you'll ever hear in your entire life. She would go, geez. Like if you didn't eat enough food or if you didn't, I don't know, like that, her reaction, like, oh my goodness, you have no idea. And I'm not even exaggerating. Oh, Peter, you're feeling a little down? Oh no, I'm so sorry to hear that about someone down the hall from you. That's not nice. I'm sorry. Another word, self-respect. Yep, that is the word of the day. Hi, Sunny. Momentum, mixed emotions. You're in Ottawa. Nice, Brian. Hi, Suresh. Oh, thanks, Laura. I appreciate it. You often say, like, geesh? Yeah. Oh. No, I would say more it's like a G's with like a J. That's how I would describe it. Like the longest E's you'll ever imagine. I heard like a really cheesy dad joke today that really made me laugh. And I'm gonna like probably get it wrong when I say it, but it's something along the lines of, in the alphabet, why was the letter E the only one to receive a gift at Christmas or from Santa? And the punchline was, because all the other letters were not E. You like my grandma's G's? Yeah. She would say, G's. When is the best time to visit Canada? Oh, I don't know. Summer or fall? Not E. Yeah. Why was the letter E in the alphabet the only one to receive a gift from Santa? Because everyone else was not E. You do it in my tone? Oh, that's so funny, Anne. That's so funny. Yeah, total dad joke. Total dad joke. But I thought it was kind of funny. It's minus 15 in Alaska. Wow, Kimberly. That's, and I'm assuming like Fahrenheit or Celsius, because I live in Celsius. Dad jokes are the best. Yeah, there's some funny ones. You guys know my dad's favorite. Hi, Dad. How are you feeling? Like even in the hospital when he was dying. Hi, Dad. How are you feeling? With my hands. He used to always say, with my hands. When life breaks your wings, go buy a broomstick. Perfect. Anne says, hello to Alaska. Anne's from Alaska too. From Kenai? Is that how you say it? Hi, Calliope. How are you? All right. I can't stay on super long today. I have food on delivery. I also have my class tonight. You know, I had such a sweet thing happen in my class, my online class. And I didn't have a chance to thank this person, and I don't know if they're watching or they are here at the moment or they'll see it later. But I got such a nice shout out from somebody in my online class who recognized me, who follows me. And that was so very sweet. And I didn't get a chance to say anything because it was in front of like everybody in the class who's taking this class. So that was so, so nice to just randomly have a shout out that they're a member of our online family. So anyways, I thought I'd just mention that. I wanted to be able to. Oh, okay, so it's pronounced differently. It's usually 3 a.m. when I go live. Yeah, it depends on where you live, right? Yeah, Becca, it was so nice. J'habite au Canada. Yeah. Yeah, I gotta catch my food before the kitties do. Hi, Charmers, how are you? Okay. Thank you, Kimberly. I appreciate it. Okay, current energy today. Let's check it out. 10 of Pentacles, tangible fulfillment. You want it all? You want it all? You can have it. Totally up to you. Let's see what else. Potential. You can potentially have all of this. The question is, are you willing to put yourself in a position? I don't know why that's the topic of the day. Oh my goodness. Yeah, the kitty's candlelight dinner, that's for sure. I'm telling you, those cats are in love. They're so in love with each other. You say fret for froid. Yeah, yeah. Let's see what else. Okay, so currently we have no. Listen, if you're saying no to things right now, you got to change your mindset. Change your mindset. There could be some pip in the air, Becca. Not gonna lie. Not gonna lie. Hi, Lucia. I'm well, thank you. How are you? I had such a headache with this weather. Could be full moon as well, but the air pressure, like we had crazy, strange weather today. For anybody who's in Toronto or close to Toronto, it was like gray, snowy, sunny, snowy, bursting sun, like to the point where it was like blinding. And then now it's kind of just gray. The universe is telling us to stretch. Exactly, Kat. Yeah, même chose là. Oui. It means, so here's the thing. Okay. There are times to say yes and there are times to say no. Let me give you examples of when you should use which one. Okay. If you are saying no because you don't want to move forward or because you're afraid to move forward, then you have to check yourself and say, why am I saying no? Okay. Like, what is the reason behind it? Why am I holding myself back? If you have people pulling at you from every angle, asking you to do favors or pushing your boundaries, and you need to say no, then say no. There's nothing wrong with saying no. You have to put yourself first every single time. Okay? So, in general, I would say determine what you can say yes to and what you should say no to. Does that make sense? Because if somebody is saying no to the potential of something good because they're in fear, then you have to, again, you have to check yourself. Hi, Simran, how are you? Then you have to check yourself. Okay? You've had a headache today too? Yeah. The air pressure has been really intense. 35 Celsius there. Wow. Amazing. Does that make sense? Yeah, you're starting to say no when it's not good for you. Listen, we all know this, and I mean, boundaries, topic of every day. Hi, Marcy, how are you? Boundaries are super important. When your boundaries are being pushed, you have to know when to say no, right? You have to know your line. And if it means saying no, then say no. Oui, il faut garder la paix. Oui, you have to keep your peace. You have to. Check yourself before you wreck yourself, Becca said. Exactly. Okay, so let's see. I'm well, thank you. Nice to see you. Hi, Alex. Okay, potential or challenge here is the Queen. Boundaries. Boundaries. Queen of Swords. Cut anything out that no longer serves you. You have to. Sometimes you just gotta make that move. And with that, we have here reflection. You know, whenever we have a full moon and we get a little bit nostalgic or emotional, we reflect on where we've been, and that's okay. But remember, that's where you've been. You have to look at the current situation and then ask yourself, where do you want to be? Where do you want to go, right? So contemplate the next move. Observe before acting. So, beautiful. So, what else do we need to know here? The well. The well is that everything has a deeper meaning. Everything happens for a reason. I really do believe that. You meet people for a reason. Ask Becca, what if we've been not E and need a little wrecking? Becca, Nick has a question for you. You set boundaries before you blew the candles out on your birthday cake last Sunday. Happy belated birthday, Trish. And I've watched those not meant to be in my life drop off like flies. Exactly. 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 Hi, Ethan. How are you? Oh. This is the beautiful, I know, Ethan. I recognize. Thank you. Thank you. You knew it was Nick before I said his name, Becca? Yeah. Just so you guys know, I'm on 3 platforms at once, in case, and I'm not ignoring anybody. You lost friends after 3 years. It was hard, Lucia. Yeah, I know. It is tough. It is tough. You're welcome, Trish. You're welcome. Okay, what do we need to focus on today is, well, trusting the process. I mean, we can't even make that up, right? So you think Nick's FYP and timeline has the answer to that? Nick has a very interesting FYP. He really does. He really does. Someone's FYP is such an interesting topic, you know? It's funny, at school right now, all the students are talking about their Spotify wrap, you know, like at the end of the year, you know, you get your summary of everything. And so I would love to see a summary of everybody's FYP. I think that would be interesting, you know? So what should we focus on today is the Knight of Pentacles. So Knight of Pentacles is all about trusting the process. All right, as I roll my eyes, trust the process, Kelly. Hi, Dana. That's okay, no worries. Happy to see you. FYP Raven is For You page on TikTok. So what we should focus on today is prosperity. Now keep in mind that the Knight of Pentacles is holding a coin or a pentacle, abundance, and therefore this is all about prosperity. I mean, you have to trust that your prosperity is going to come through, right? How do you know it's not going to be the best thing that ever happened to you? You have to trust, you know? And so with that, constellation, networking, put yourself out there. It's written in the stars, right? Let it unfold. You're a Scorpio and you find it hard to meet love. I mean, listen, Scorpios are very intense. They love very hard, and sometimes we have to just let things unfold naturally. Hi, Tara. How are you? Yeah, and I mean, purging, surrendering, letting go, all very difficult things, right? All very difficult things. Let's see the recent past, and then we have the Three of Swords, heartbreak, sadness. How many of you have felt that broken heart creep up to the surface, or that nostalgia? Hi, Sharon. It makes sense? Good, I'm glad. Hi, America, how are you? How are things in Belgium? I spent a little time in Belgium in my past when I was younger. You just saw someone from your past and it brought up a lot of nostalgia, Leo and Scorpio. So let's see, what else do we need to know? Moon magic. The moon is obviously magical. We know that. Access power, focus intent, manifest your dreams. I mean, here's the thing. The moon makes us more emotional, right? So just be mindful of that. What is your focus during this full moon tonight? You did a summer study abroad. Oh, did you really? Did we ever talk about that, Nick? About both of us being in Belgium? That's so funny. Yeah, grief creeps in. It does. It does. Germany is peaceful. I love Germany. Germany's like a second home for me. That's where my dad was born. So, isn't that funny, Nick? So I went to Belgium when I think I was 17, maybe 18, maybe 18. Hi, Ella. How are you? I think I was about 18. I wasn't there very long, but I went there to learn French, actually. My parents found a spot that I could work on a horse farm because I grew up with horses and that I could speak French and learn French, but I didn't last very long because it was kind of like I don't want to say like a Bart Simpson Goes to France, if you remember that episode where he goes there and then like they basically mistreat him. It's not like I was really mistreated. It's just they really had me working from like, I don't know, like it felt like 6 in the morning until like 9 at night. And it just wasn't the right setup. And so then my aunt and my uncle had to drive from Germany and pick me up. And so I spent the rest of the time with family and traveling around Germany. And then I went back home. And then I went back again because I had two plane tickets. It's a long story. I bought a ticket for a certain amount of time for 8 months. I came home, used that ticket, and then went back again. Yeah, that farm was in Belgium. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you want to go to Italy? I love Italy. Portugal would be lovely too. I've never been to Portugal. So, you grew up with horses too? Yeah, it was. We had a horse that competed for Canada, actually. Your grandmother's from Germany? Amazing, Shell. Do you know where? My upbringing was very fortunate that we had horses. My dad decided to retire in his like mid to late 40s and become a horse farmer, breed horses. And we had a horse, like I said, that competed for Canada, won a gold and silver medal at the Pan American Games, traveled, all over and did like World Cup competitions. And I was very, very lucky in that aspect. Yeah, it was really cool. I used to love riding. And so I stopped when I was, I don't know, maybe 16, 17, unfortunately. But I love, love, love horses. I miss being around horses. There's something about them. Oh, that would be amazing. I would love to come to Finland. I really would. So my dad was born in northern Germany, right on the Baltic. So where he's from, basically, you can take the ferry to Sweden, to Norway, to Denmark. It's very, very close. So it's very, very north. So let's see what else we need to know. That recent past, that moon magic, but that broken heart. Ah, the cake analogy. If you know the cake analogy, you know, right? Meaning the cake is celebration, but we also have to remember that we need to ascend to the top of the cake. You cannot pull anybody to the top of the cake. You can't force anybody. Yes, from Germany, you can probably get to Finland that way. Some Viking in me. You know what's interesting? So in the north of Germany, right on the Baltic Sea, there is a UNESCO World Heritage Site where you can actually go and see a Viking ship and Viking artifacts. So apparently, my green eyes or my gray eyes, that is very typical for the region. My father had green eyes. So sometimes my eyes look green, sometimes they look gray. Sometimes people even think I have blue eyes, but I think that's when they look really, really gray. Hi, Mir, how are you? Hi, Aria. I bet, Nick. I bet. I bet. Your mom and dad were born in Italy? Amazing. So it could be some Viking blood in me. I don't know, but that's my one side. So my father was born in northern Germany, and on the other side, my mother is Canadian born, but her mother came from a Ukrainian family that settled in Manitoba, Canada, and then my grandfather was Polish, and he came to Canada. Yeah, gray eyes are very rare. My eyes, I would say, are more gray than they've ever been. I used to have more green eyes. Now I feel like they're very gray. You always thought my eyes were blue. A lot of people think my eyes are blue, but no, my eyes are green. Technically they're green, but they're very, very gray now. When did I notice my eye color change? With ascension, spiritual awakening. A lot of people will notice that as you go through a spiritual awakening, you will actually see a change in your eye color. Yeah, exactly. They turn gray spiritually. Yeah, Vikings were all over Europe, especially in Eastern Europe. Exactly. That's true. So, yeah, tonight they look great. My eyes, yeah, they do. They do look very great. It also depends on what makeup I have on. You thought I had blue eyes? Yeah, a lot of people. Your eyes became light brown? Yeah, it's interesting how they change. Hi, Desiree. How does the eye color change? What's the science behind it? I don't know how to explain that. I really don't know how to explain it. It's just something that I've noticed in myself, and I've heard a lot of people say the same thing, that for some reason, as you shift, I mean, everybody has their opinion. Everybody has their opinion about it for sure. Yeah, green eyeshadow can make them more green or even purple or pink. Oh, thank you. Thank you, South. I appreciate it. You have dark brown eyes. No, I love brown eyes. I think brown eyes are beautiful. I think all eye colors are beautiful. Hi, Kara. I'm well, thank you. How are you? School, very busy, but it's all good. Your hazel went to more of a moss green. Interesting. Yeah, one eye can be darker than the other, and that shows if someone is more in their human or soul. Fascinating. So the strength position is the Six of Pentacles, equal giving and receiving in balance. And we talked about that card yesterday, actually. We want to make sure that we are in balance, that we're not over giving. Yeah, there are spiritual meanings behind the color of your eyes. This is true. What do I study? Or, I mean, in school, I studied French, I studied English, I study social media. I'm taking courses right now in social media. But, yeah. Hi, official, how are you? They're green, blue with a hint of yellow. Nice. So attraction, stop chasing, let it flow. Yeah, exactly. Don't overgive, right? Technically by trade. I'm a teacher by trade. I was a teacher for 18 years, and then I left my teaching position when my father passed away. And so I've been self-employed for about almost 5 years now, and I'm just back for teaching this year. They are college courses. And when I say college, you have to remember that in the US, you call university college. In Canada, we call college college. Like university is university and then college. So more of like a technical. So I'm taking online classes right now right now I have a micro accreditation that I'm doing in AI and digital marketing. And then I'm taking social media analytics, which I just finished, social media, like content creation. So your sister's a teacher? Amazing. Okay, so what else do I need to know? I think everybody overgives at some point, so that's the difficulty, right? We got to stop with that because otherwise it puts us in a difficult position. Thank you so much, extroverted. I appreciate it. I'm always busy. This is true. This is the map, which is about exploration. You want to explore balance in your life, doing new things, finding your way, getting out of the overgiving. You've been doing a lot of courses too, Anne. That's amazing. Good for you. So your near future is, we had this yesterday, 10 of Wands, I think in the exact same position. And that is put down the burdens. You know, 10 of Wands is like mentally, physically, spiritually, and emotionally exhausted. So if any of you are feeling that, there's something that's got to change, right? Yeah, not overgiving in this economy. Exactly. You're doing lessons on growth mindset with the kids this week. Amazing, Kara. Perfect. Thank you. So let's see. Oh, we go from topic to topic. Shell, listen, on this channel, platform, whatever you want to call it, I think we are like literally like one-stop shop. And I even say that when I'm at school too. Like I was telling a student the other day about like makeup tips. And then I was talking about like, you know, taking courses or talking about cologne recommendations. I was laughing at myself. Oh, go here and buy cologne, this website. So you never know what topic of conversation we're gonna have, right? And it's the same thing here too. We talk about everything. So when people ask me, you guys know this, when people ask me like, what do I do? Or what would you describe me as? Oh, okay, teacher, tarot lady, spiritual advisor, life coach, business coach, friend. I don't even know. I don't even know. Aw, thank you, Wanda. Yeah, it's never gonna be the same thing. You know what I mean? Like oh yeah, what? Nick just said you should be thankful we're not talking about which grocery aisle we shop down. We haven't done that in a while. Oh boy. Thank you, Suresh. I appreciate it. Spiritual teacher. There you go. I mean, I'm a teacher. I'm always a teacher, but more than that, you know? So in the near future, aw, thank you, Jane. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Oh, passion. Well, there you go. Put down those burdens and do what you're passionate about. You know, build desire, rekindle love, pursue what you want. I feel like I saw a video the other day that reminded me, of course, of the Notebook. You know, like, what do you want? Right? You got to know what you want. Onion or pickles? You get more pickle ads everywhere. Blueberries, yeah. Oh, thick blueberries. Never thought an Uber driver would ever ask me if I want regular blueberries or thick blueberries. Oh, there's like a delivery. I wonder if it's for me. I saw like the FedEx truck. You had strawberry and blueberries today? Nice. Blueberries are probably my favorite. Thank you, Stephen. I appreciate it. We do have an amazing family, Laura. We do. We do. So you're asking when Robert will contact you. I mean, here's what I always say to people, and I say it respectfully, and that is, the more you ask when or will, it means you have doubt, right? It means you're questioning. So the more you chase that, the more it runs away. I try, like I try with my content that, look, I can't control the cards that come out. So if there's lovey cards or there are things that come out, okay, they do. But I'm always trying to give you the ability to look at both sides of something. Okay, do you want to reconcile? That's fine. How many rounds do you want to go? That's up to you. But at the same time, ask certain questions like what's new or what's different this time. Don't just allow the same behavior over and over and over again. So yes, there's going to be love readings, but at the same time, there's got to be like advice that can give you some thought that goes along with it. Not just necessarily this is what you want to hear. Sometimes it's got to be the reality of a situation too. You know? So your hazel went to olive green and honey gold. Beautiful colors for your eyes. Absolutely. I appreciate that. Thank you. I try to give good advice. I do. You're still watching YNR? I love YNR too, Lucia. And there's the symphony. The symphony is all about being in harmony, being in sync, right? And the suggested approach, let's see. Suggested approach, where is my, oh, my deck. I put my deck down. Let's see. Suggested approach is, ooh, the 5 of Cups. If you're feeling any grief right now, my advice is to feel it. Don't let it linger. I had this conversation at school today. Remember that and this is Dr. Joe Dispenza. I mean, like, if you're in a bad mood, feel it. Let it come through you. That's okay. But then be careful it doesn't turn into a temperament, which then turns into a personal reality, which then is your personality. We don't want an energy that lingers forever because we're not letting go. So if there's something that you need to grieve, grieve it. Grieve it. It's okay if you're feeling emotional. It's okay to feel feelings. Yeah, feel it, but don't feed it. Exactly. And fertility, birth something new. It's time for new. Are you in the old or are you in the new? You guys know I say it all the time. You know, it's amazing how many people tell me, and you guys know this already, but for those of you that are new, I get so many people who tell me that I live rent-free in their brain. Rent-free. Because you have to really ask yourself these deep questions. Are you in old energy? Are you in the new? Are you taking a short-term gain and a long-term pain, or a short-term pain and a long-term gain? Did you hear it? Did you hear it, Kara? Yeah, new, right? It's got to be new. Oh, my food is being delivered, so I got to go in a couple minutes because I'm starving. I'm excited for my meal tonight. It is coming, absolutely. Listen, Linda, you got it. Thank you, Renata. Nu, en français, Becca, oui. Becca said I lived so rent-free in her brain that she got it tattooed on her. Becca got a Trust the Process tattoo. It's beautiful. What's on the menu tonight? Persian food. Kubide, tachin, and an eggplant, don't get all excited, an eggplant dip, which, oh, so good. Oh, I forgot this deck here, pardon me. So suggested approach, the pearl, opening up emotionally. So there you go, open up. How do you know something's not gonna be the best thing that ever happened to you, right? Okay, so what do we need to know? Ace of Wands. Ace of Wands. It's a place in Richmond Hill, actually, Kara. It's a place in Richmond Hill. I know it's not very close for you. So this is the Ace of Wands. A rod of fire. Let's see, what else do we need to know about that new spark of energy? Look what pops up when you're open, Nick. There you go. You love Chinese food? Sounds good, Lucia. Transform. Yes, that rod of fire can definitely transform. Rebuilding, lasting change, shaping, shaping your future. Absolutely. Absolutely. What else do we need to know? Oh, my necklace? It is a Litios crystal. Litios. It'll change the way you walk. The Pioneer. It's a long road, okay? Nobody said it was going to be easy, but it's going to transform you. It's going to bring you to new things. All right, let's go to the hope and or fear. Hope and or fear. 5 of Wands, conflict. What do you do with 5 rods of fire? My goodness. Back and forth, back and forth. And I know, it looks like the heart of the ocean in Titanic. I know, when I got it, I didn't know it was this big. I didn't know it was this big. Thank you, Suresh. That's really very kind of you. You feel like you're transforming? I think a lot of people are, for sure. Thanks, Laura. You're putting yourself in a timeout. You're funny. Okay, so 5 of Wands. Thank you. Full circle. Coming to completion. Past is present, begin again. Sometimes people are afraid that they're starting over, but you're never starting at 0. You're starting with knowledge you didn't have before. Hi, how are you? You're in Brooklyn? Nice. All right, let's take our last card for hope and or fear. And we have eclipse, union, coming together. All right. Union of opposites. I like that. I think we all do. Let's push it. Push it real good. Yeah. Definitely. You're turning 43 this February. Amazing. You don't feel it. It's all in how you feel, right? All right, let's take a look at the probable outcome. Opening your heart. I don't know who doesn't like that song. I would say that's like a classic, you know? But Knight of Cups is opening your heart. And then let's see what else. Bonjour. Planning. So set goals, communicate clearly, Well, that's that full moon vibe, right? Communication. The answers you need are coming. The information you're seeking is coming your way. So, all right. Last card before we go, because my class is actually starting soon. I forgot. I got to eat before, and I have a presentation. I have a presentation tonight. Everybody in the class has to do like a 3-minute presentation. So, there you go. The notebook. What do you want? Hi, Prom. Aw, the sunflower. The sunflower is joy, positivity, happiness, cheerful energy. So I think that's really lovely. That means positive things and good luck coming our way. Okay? You'll take it. Definitely. Me too. Me too. Well, it's been lovely. Thank you always for your kindness, your support. It does mean a lot to me. Take care, Raven. I send you so much love. I know it's a little bit of a nerve-wracking time for you, but everything's going to be okay. Okay? You're in the new, Lucia. I like it. I like it. Me too. I think we all are. That's what I'm gonna manifest for all of us, right? We're all in the new. No more old energy. Okay? All right, my friends, I hate to run, but I gotta go. And, oh, you looking at 3 sunflowers just as I drew that card? Amazing. Amazing. Thanks, Dana. You too. And if you want to join the full moon Zoom tomorrow night, it's at 6 p.m. Eastern. We're going to talk about all these energies, see where things are at. And that includes the recording and also a mini moon reading within 2 weeks at the next new moon to check in. Okay, so if you'd like to join, it's $22 and it's on my website. So thank you very much, everybody. Thanks, Diana. I appreciate it. Thanks, Shell. Thanks, Jane. Thank you, Becca. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Misha, thank you. Thanks, Renata. Bye, Lucia. Bye, Peter. Peter, sending you lots of positive vibes. I know that wasn't a good experience for you recently, but again, sending you lots of love. Thanks, Nick. Thanks, Anne. And Anne, enjoy looking at the moon tonight. Thanks, Trish. I send you all lots of love. Okay, take care, Instagram. Bye. Okay, YouTube, thank you so much for your time, and I'll talk to you soon.